We are always unconsciously manifesting. Everything that sits in our unconscious is really shown to us in our reality. That's why when we try to manifest something with more consciousness, with more awareness, the subconscious will say, well, I'm not sure I like this. Because the old self that sits in there says like, I don't think I believe this. I don't think this is right. Energy cannot be erased, but it can be changed and shifted and transformed, right? And that's what you want to do with your emotion, because that's all it is. Your emotion is energy. So you want to take it and transform it. Hello, my loves, welcome back. So today we are talking about what to do when you feel triggered while manifesting something new, like a new version of self, a new you. When triggers come up, what do you do? So triggers that show up during the manifestation process, and when I say the manifestation process, obviously we are manifesting always. Manifestation is effortless, really, right? We've always manifested from the moment we were born, right? We've manifesting. Now manifestation became a thing because now we are consciously manifesting. But you know, we are always unconsciously manifesting. Everything that sits in our unconscious is really shown to us in our reality. That's why when we try to manifest something with more consciousness, with more awareness, the subconscious will say, well, I'm not sure I like this. Because the old self that sits in there says like, I don't think I believe this. I don't think this is right. Those triggers, they really highlight your old beliefs, your fears, your doubts, maybe also the shame you feel, or the guilt. You know, all the lower hanging fruits, the lower vibrations. But instead of seeing those triggers as obstacles, see them as opportunities. Opportunities to grow and evolve and align with your desires. Now I'm going to give you a few examples how to deal with your triggers in a more practical sense, right? Because that's what you want to know. Well, the first obvious thing is acknowledging the trigger, right? Acknowledge that it's there. You notice what caused that emotional reaction, or whatever reaction you have. It's most likely an emotional reaction, right? Where you kind of feel like taken aback, or you're getting angry, or whatever it is for you. Or maybe you feel guilty or shameful or whatever. You notice it and you acknowledge it, and then you check. It's like, well, wait a minute. What am I actually worried about here? Am I worried about what someone thinks about me? What other people say about me? How I'm perceived? People might not like me, because we are all social animals. We want to fit in. So if, then we are worried that the new version self maybe is not accepted, because that's what the mind tells us. Right now, you're fitting in wherever you're fitting in, right? But maybe that new version self is not going to fit in there anymore. The old version self is like, well, I don't think we're safe there. I'm not sure we can go there. So find out what fear, whatever is coming up, is revealing. Does it have to do with other people, with the external? Most likely it does, in some shape or form. Then I want you to feel that emotion. Whatever emotion that is, feel it. I'm not saying act on it. I'm saying feel it. There's a big difference. Yeah. You're angry and you want to lash out. You want to punch someone. I'm not saying punch someone. I'm saying feel that emotion. You don't want to resist the emotion. You want to transform the emotion. Energy cannot be erased, but it can be changed and shifted and transformed, right? And that's what you want to do with your emotion, because that's all it is. Your emotion is energy. So you want to take it and transform it. So you want to feel that discomfort, whatever discomfort that is. And then you want to take it and find a way to transform it. And in the beginning, that might not be easy because, like, again, you practice that old emotion so many times. You're like, well, this is just how it is. Well, it is how it is because you made it that. But you can change it, right? You can, of course, everything can be changed, everything. The only thing that cannot, at this point, be changed is that. Everything else can be changed, everything else. As long as we live, we can change it. Most people don't want to hear that, because then they will actually have to get on with it and do what it takes. Most people don't want to do what it takes. Did you know that only 5% of people work out for 30 minutes daily? 5%. I mean, and when I say work out, I'm not saying necessarily go to the gym, but going for a brisk walk, walking somewhere, going for a little run, doing some workout at home, like some stretching. So I'm not talking about something big, but really some light exercise. Only 5%. I mean, when I read that study, I was like, really? But again, that shows us that's why we live in the world we live in. Let me give you an example here when it comes to shifting the emotion. Let's say money, everyone's favorite. You feeling the lack of money, right? You want something and you're like, oh, I don't have the money for it. I don't have the money for it. Instead of wallowing in that, oh, I don't have the money for it, you are starting to be a little delusional here, right? Because you have to, in order to shift, you have to go from the one reality that you are in to a new reality. And in order to get to the new reality, what are you going to do? You're going to tell yourself, I'm abundant. I'm an abundant creator. I'm a master manifester. I can create any and everything I want. I'm creating the life I desire, any and every day. Find some affirmations that resonate with you on some level. If you're trying to tell yourself you're a goddess and it makes you feel icky over and over, like you will not continue with it, right? There is going to be some weird feeling in the beginning because you kept telling yourself for 30 years that you don't have money and you're always short in money and it's always a lack of money and you can never afford anything and all of that. So telling yourself that you're abundant, that you're an abundant creator, money flows easily to you, avalanches of money are just following you around, just money wants to just be around you all the time, you're a magnet for money. Like that will feel so weird saying this the first time, probably the second, third, fourth time too. But you just have to keep saying it. You gotta keep saying it. And you do the other work. You do the inner work as well. You do your money work, right? The issues you have with money, where is that coming from? It probably relates back to your childhood, right? So you go there as well and you do that work. You understand where you picked up your beliefs about money. You do that, but you keep telling yourself the affirmations as well. Then, what else do I got here? Reframing the trigger. Basically more of the same here. You replace the disempowering thought with an empowering thought. So we just did that with money. If you want to ease into it, right, the whole shifting your money beliefs, you could say instead of I never have enough money, you say, well, this is a temporary experience because I am right now building my wealth. It's expanding every day. So you reframe it, right? But you're not saying, I never have enough money to I'm a millionaire. You are going from I never have enough money to temporary experience. I'm building, wealth every day. I'm building riches every day. I make money every day. I'm growing my empire every day, right? So you're building it slowly. Maybe that, depending on where you are, that might feel something that you can, because you want to work with it. And if you're telling yourself, I'm a millionaire, but inside of you is like, no, I'm not. So that's going to be counterproductive. Last thing I want to say is, returning to the state of knowing. One of my favorite things, because there's thinking and there's knowing in manifestation. Thinking is like analyzing and doubting, right? Like you are analyzing the situation and then you think about it and then you find faults with it. Well, maybe you also find some reasonable things that, are positive, but you're staying in the process state more than in the having state. And you always want to go to the having state, right? You want to go to the end result. Knowing gets you there. Knowing that you can live the life you want to live. Knowing that it's already within you, because it is, right? Everything is already within us. We just have to bring it forth. Again, sending you back to my first 2 videos in the series where I'm talking about this, where I'm talking about you are like a TV, like all the channels are there, all the channels. You can tune into any and every channel, right? But at one time, if you have one TV, you can only tune into one channel. So you're watching this one channel. Doesn't mean that the other channels are not running there at the same time. They do, but you're not tuned into it, so you don't see them. Let's get back to the knowing. The knowing is the unwavering confidence and knowing of your desires already being fulfilled. That is the state that will actually get you to see it in your 3D reality. Neville Goddard was the one that always talked about living in the end result, assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, right? Which basically is, It's already done. It's how you feel. How are you feeling? It's already done. It's here. It's there. You have it. The car, the man, the woman, the house, whatever it is that you desire. The job, the this, the that, it doesn't matter. It's it. You have it. You're in it. How do you feel? Well, most likely, specifically in the beginning, you might feel a lot of excitement, right? You got the job. Oh yeah, I've got the job. But then when you're in the job, you're just in the job and you're doing the thing. It's normal. It's easy. Again, effortless. It's effortless. That's the state you want to live in as much as possible in your daily life. And again, the circumstances don't matter. They only matter because you make them matter. The last thing I want to say in this video, this month, I don't know when you're going to watch this video, but this month, December 2024, every day I am giving you a blog post with things to do, daily routines, journaling prompts, affirmations that you can do every day to start living in your new reality, right? Making this a new normal. So, but you've got to do the work every day. Again, the triggers will come up. You know what to do with the triggers now, right? We just talked about that. We just talked about what to do with the triggers, how to deal with triggers, how to understand triggers. And the triggers will come up throughout the month. The triggers will keep coming up to a certain degree in your life, right? I've been doing this work for 20 years. And I'm telling you, there are still triggers that come up for me. They are not the same triggers today that I had 5 years ago or even 2 years ago. But they're still triggers because we are all always learning and growing and evolving. And there will always be triggers, right? Because there's always another layer. You worked on something and you're like, yes, I've got this now. I understood this. I'm the new version self. I know this now. And then next thing you know, there's another layer to work on. And you're like, again? Yep, again. Welcome to life. So with that, I want to leave you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Anything else, any other things you want to know, you can always email me. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can also send me an email. Anything else, I'll talk to you in the next video.